stand him up from that 1-yard line, pushing him back to the 5, though. Wow.
Yeah, I like what you just said there. Not just stand them up, but end up making a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on second down. Black. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback, making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Oh, this is blocked. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Forced out to his left. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. And he's going to go down again.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Geis. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's the linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on second down. Black, flush to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. Muscles him off. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Bridgewater looking long for Thomas. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Crowder now to return. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Throwing on 1st down. Black. Hauling it in, Nelson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! What? 9! What? 9!
On 1st and 10. Black being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing again. Black. That is going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Flex round! Flex round!
Off play action. Black. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. Dancing to his left. Looking deep now for McCoy. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Bridgewater to throw it. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Zach Brown. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. To throw, Bridgewater. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They start the 2nd half with a run by Geis. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Black. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. touchdowns. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll go again to McCoy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Bridgewater forced out to his left. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ohio! Flex round!
On 1st down, Black. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 51 yards. There is all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Come on, let's go! White 90!
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tyler Davison able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. To throw on second down, Black steps away to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his first touchdown in a Washington uniform. And the interception by the Redskins deed leads to a touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Spins past him. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Again, it's McCoy. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Bridgewater now. Completes this one to Meredith. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And here come the Redskins now. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear
by the time we have to leave
the booth.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Throwing on first down. Black. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Ohio! Ohio!
To throw again. Black. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake. Black. Steps away. Lets it go for Nelson. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for the Redskins on 3rd down. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down. Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
On 1st and 10, Black. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Cameron Jordan in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On the handoff, it's Geis. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun, Black. Eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. They were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Get wide now. Delta.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
So Delta. Here we go. 5 down.
This give is to McCoy. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll pitch it out to McCoy. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
5 down. Hey. We got 3. 20.
On the counter, here's McCoy. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams. They put it all together, and I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Looking to throw on second down. Black got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. On first down, this is Geis. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Looking to throw. Black escaping the pressure right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. On first down, Black fighting to stay upright. And now he's swallowed up and taken down. Avery Williamson coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on second down, Black. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The Redskins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Flex round!
From the gun, Black. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And this Redskins offense continues to pour it on. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
No gain on the play there, second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now it's Crowder. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
as the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Geis with the carry on second down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw. Black. Complete. Richardson has it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking to throw. Black. Flush to his right. Finding room to the 20. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Black. It fights him off. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And this Redskins offense is running away with this one. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it fly. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One last shot now for Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
You